Well, we all know networking is an important tool for building and growing your business. No matter what business you are in, connecting with people is necessary. And here to help you achieve exactly that is business professional Paul Edwards. Great to have you here, Paul.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, okay, so you saw a lot of great success in the industry of insurance. So I know you're speaking from a great experience here, but help our viewers understand, what role does communication actually play when it comes to growing your business?
Well, it's so good we're talking about this in the context of journalism, because what I found, having been through communication school, was that when I asked people those same questions that journalists ask in a story, I got a whole litany of information, useful information, especially many times pain points that people were having, that I was then able to connect them to another person who could help them. So you want to be asking who, what, where, why, when, and how. Right?
Okay, so that's amazing. You're able to apply that to your perspective as a businessman. And then also help us understand, though, you actually have 5 tips when it comes to networking, because networking is a huge part of this path to success, if you will.
You want to start by being an angler, and what I mean by that is you don't go to a networking function to transact business. In other words, to exchange money or sign papers. You go for business reasons. Right? And the reasons always have to do with the people around you. How can I help this person get connected to that person? How can I get this person on TV? How can I get this person an opportunity here? Even recreational stuff I found with extremely busy people is a great way to plug them in when they just don't have time to do a little bit of self-care. That's one of them. Another one is done-for-you publicity. So this involves creating your own personal media platform, right? We were talking about podcasting before we got started. I use a podcast as an opportunity to interview people and get to know them. Another one I call the 3 big questions, and they are: what's going well for you, what's not going so well for you, and what are you looking forward to? And especially that second one, carry a notebook, because people are going to tell you pain points. Right? They're going to tell you, oh, this is going so difficult. You can write it down, and then you can come back with a solution for it. And another one is keep your ear to the ground. Right? So when people, when you're out meeting other people, you get a great opportunity to plug that first person you met into opportunities that otherwise they wouldn't have. So be an unofficial PR publicity agent for people.
Yeah.
And then the last one. Oh dear, I've forgotten it.
Well, you've already given so many amazing points that will help people be successful. I do have one more quick question for you, though. All businesses, I really think it's safe to say that they want to have some sort of influence in the market, right? Probably utilizing some of those tips that you just mentioned. How do you suggest those businesses achieve a very significant influence?
Well, the easiest way to rapidly multiply and create more influence than you have to begin with is what I call duplicating yourself.
Okay.
And the way you duplicate yourself is by creating your own unpaid sales force. So when you follow these rules for networking, building relationships, cultivating rapport, and pull with people, as opposed to being a pushy salesperson, you actually add value into their lives. They're going to want to reciprocate that. And the easiest way I found to sell more than one insurance client at a time was to have 25 other people who would also prospect and cultivate, and in many cases even close, an insurance client before they ever called me. So in that way, I just picked up the phone and took payment and filled out the paperwork.
Wow. Okay, you kind of create like a force, if you will.
Exactly. Yeah. So you just want to duplicate yourself, and the way you do that is by building these strong relationships with people who will then refer to you for the service that you provide.
That word of mouth, right? Power of the word of mouth. Paul, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate your insights, so others too can be successful here in our community. All right, everyone, make sure you stick around. More to come right here on the News at Noon.